Stephen King, whether you like his writing or not, is one of the most prolific and accomplished writers of all time. And he has this fantastic book that he wrote called On Writing. I think we can apply a lot of the things he talks about in how to become a better writer just to our own personal journaling that no one else is going to see in the future. He has a lot of really great quotes in here that I think we can learn from and get inspiration from in our own personal journaling. Now, I'm going to go through a few of these quotes and see what we can learn from them. First thing he says, if you want to be a writer, you must do two things above all. Read a lot, write a lot. Constant reading will pull you into a place, a mindset, if you like the phrase, where you can write eagerly and without self-consciousness. The more you read and you're more just used to taking in beautiful sentences, the more easily it's going to come out when you're writing for yourself. It's just going to naturally flow out of you without any self-consciousness of like, does this sound good? You're just so used to taking in beautiful sentences that it's going to flow out of you in a way that you don't need to think about your own writing. Another thing he would do is he would set a goal for himself and he would never miss a day. This is something he likes to do for himself. If you want to just journal whenever it feels good for you, and if you missed a day, not a big deal, that's cool. But I think in showing up for a habit, at least for myself, if I do it daily, it makes sure that I don't get into this slump of missing it day after day. So he sets a goal for himself. Obviously, we're not trying to write massive novels. He writes 10 pages a day. He shows a different example of someone that sits down for 2.5 hours every day and doesn't miss those 2.5 hours. But for journaling, it could be as simple as showing up and writing one sentence at the same time every single day. A time and a location is huge for making sure you're consistent with the habit of writing. He also suggests if you're a new writer to set a low goal at first. I highly recommend starting on one sentence a day. He has another quote here where he says, what are you going to write about? And then, anything you damn well want, anything at all, as long as you tell the truth. Coming from a truthful point is going to allow you to process your emotions in the best way and to get accurate data that you can later on in the future learn from and just find out what is the best step and the best path to take moving forward. If you speak truthfully, then you have truthful information. You're getting things out in a way that's connected with your emotions, and you have data that's reliable for you to use in the future. More on the truth, he says, honesty in storytelling makes up for a great many stylistic faults. Then, lying is the great unreparable fault. If you begin to lie about what you know and feel while you're down there, everything else falls down. So those are a few things that I liked while reading the Stephen King On Writing book. There were many more things that were kind of dealt more with just writing descriptively and developing stories and story structure, or the lack of structure like he likes to promote, or just writing spontaneously instead of bullet pointing everything out beforehand. But if you're interested in writing at all, I highly recommend this book. I just picked out a few quotes I think are nice to look at when we're discussing journaling.